So I think it's safe to say that there was a lot of Lego sets to come out in 2022. But for me, I feel like there was one particular theme that was just honestly overlooked by fans and just by the Lego community in general. And that is something I want to talk about today. It's a theme that honestly is one of the best of 2022. I put one of the sets in my top 10 best sets of the year, and I actually just want to have a dedicated video talking about how good these sets are. So I am talking about the Lego Avatar theme. Now, please, before you click off, hear me out on this, guys. These are really good sets in a variety of ways. I think a lot of you would be surprised by just how good these sets are. Unfortunately, some of the box art is a little too maybe computer generated, a little too CGI, which is kind of funny because the entire Avatar movies are usually mostly CGI. But besides that, the actual sets themselves have a lot more display value, have a lot more playability. The figures are way better than you might expect, and so I really want to go through this theme. These are the launch wave sets of the original 4 Lego Avatar sets that came out a few months ago. So at $150, you have the Tree of Souls. I think this is $45. You have the really cool mech. We have the Floating Mountain set at $100, and then we also have the first Banshee flight. I think this is a $60. So 45, 60, 100, 150. So a really good variety of sets at a variety of prices. And again, this is just the first wave. There is, I think, 5 more Lego Avatar sets coming for the new movie, The Way of Water, which I just watched a couple of days ago. I won't spoil it in this video. It was a really good movie. Unfortunately, I had a really bad experience at the movie theater, but I thought the movie was good. I recommend watching it, and I think the movie's already at like $500 million in box office revenue, so it's most likely a big success. So I really think those sets most likely will also be really good. So if you enjoyed the new Avatar movie, definitely look at those. But today we're talking about what's here in front of us. Now, 2 of these I did actually purchase myself. The other 2 did come from Lego, so I appreciate them for sending it over. But before we get to the sets, I do want to thank the sponsor of this video, Yahaha Studio. So for those of you who are new to Yahaha, it is a UGC or user-generated content creation platform for 3D multiplayer interactive experience. So with Yahaha, anyone can create and publish their own virtual experiences without any coding required. Yahaha also hosts regular live building sessions on Twitch to enhance your metaverse building skills. So I'm actually going to demo a little bit of gameplay for you guys of Yahaha. So we're going to select the hide and seek gameplay template. Once we're in, we're going to go to the top right corner and click on Asset Library, where you'll find a whole bunch of different vehicles, animals, all kinds of different things. But we're actually going to click Components, click on Behavior Player Transformation, add that to our assets. After that, we're going to head back to the models, and I chose this, a blue police tank. I just thought it looked really interesting looking, so we're going to add that into the game. Next, we're going to select the tank, and on the right side, click More, and then we're going to add a component, and in this case, we're doing the Behavior Player Transformation. We're going to click Play, get right into the game, and when we head over to our tank and go right into it, it'll actually start working right away, where we can transform into the tank and start playing it just like that. So down in the description is going to be a link, or you can use the QR code on screen right now to download Yahaha and start making your games today for free. All right, so I have all 4 Lego Avatar sets built here on the table now. And what really caught my surprise is, well, one, first off, every set actually comes with at least a little bit of plant life representing a different area of Pandora, which is really cool. But what I didn't know is that there is connection points on every single one of these. And so what I assume that means is that every single one of these can actually clip together. You can make one big circular Avatar set, or a big version of Pandora. And so you can have, some of the, I could put the vehicles here in the middle, or I could put the Tree of Souls. Maybe that's actually what they really want you to do, is to put the Tree of Souls right in the middle of all of this plant life. And that looks just so cool. I love the fact that all of the bits of plannery that comes in every single set can all connect and make a bigger set out of them. That adds a lot more display value for me, so you can create different scenes and really enhance the world of Pandora. Like, that's just really well thought out, and that's something I don't think I've ever seen in a Lego set before, and that definitely makes the Lego Avatar set super unique. So I did put the Tree of Souls on my top 10 list of best LEGO sets of 2022. But now I'm kind of almost wanting to reconsider what the best LEGO Avatar set is out of here. Is it the Tree of Souls? Is it the Floating Mountains? Heck, even this Flying Banshee set is just incredibly cool. It's a small set, but it looks just so good. Every single one of these sets has incredible display value. They all look great in their own unique way. So let's go through each one by one and explain the awesome little details and reasons why I like them. So first up is the Floating Mountain set. And first off, I love Trudy's helicopter. This thing is just so much fun to play with. Again, the box art on this set just doesn't do it justice. This set looks so much better in person. The play functions look great. The printing's great. There's a few stickers, but it's really cool that you can put the avatars right here on the side of the helicopter, just like you see in the movie. So that's just really well done. And if you want to, you can modify the helicopter. So if you don't want the blue stripe representing Trudy's helicopter, so you can remove that and make it like a normal military helicopter that you see, the enemy or the humans in Avatar use. It's also really cool that you have like a little floating mountain right here, but it also doubles as a way to actually make the helicopter fly, and it looks pretty good. Obviously there is that little bit of mountain here, but for the most part it gets the idea of like the helicopter is now flying, and you can adjust the wings. It's just really cool. Again, display value is just off the charts for play sets. Normally display capabilities like these sets is usually reserved for anywhere between $100 all the way up to $500 LEGO sets. So it's just so cool to see normal play sets with so much display value. You can definitely feel LEGO is targeting an older audience. I feel like the best example with the LEGO Avatar sets is if you enjoyed LEGO Overwatch, I think you'd really enjoy Avatar. It has a very similar thing going on where the play sets just feel a little more elevated. They're a little more appealing towards an older audience. Whether you're a teenager, a young adult, or just a normal adult, I really feel like you'll understand what I mean if you just pick up at least one of these sets. But back to the Floating Mountain sets, I love the little like laboratory here. It opens up and there's even the little, I don't know what it's called, the bed, if you will, for Jake Sully to go into Avatar mode. That's really cool. There's even a little jumper plate for a minifigure to stand on with everything else being tiled off. Like, that is just so good looking. It definitely gives mock vibes. The color scheme is fantastic. I love the light gray and the sand blue. That looks perfect. This looks extremely accurate to what we see in the movies too. And plus it makes sense that the helicopter comes in this set because it picks this set up and drops it off in the movie. I wish we had some type of LEGO rope to wrap around it so we could actually create that function. Unfortunately, the set doesn't come with that. It's probably only one nitpick with this set. And then there's also these horses, the Pandora horses with 6 legs. They look incredibly good for molded animals. I think it's a great implementation of a conversion into LEGO. They did a really good job on this. I love the wheelchair. I've never seen the LEGO wheelchair in a set before. I know they come in LEGO City sets, but it's really cool to finally have this piece in my own collection. The Jake Sully minifigure is great. Just all the minifigures are really good in this set as well. Moving on, we have the $45 set, the Neytiri versus like the Colonel and his mech set. This is just cool. The mech is so good looking. At first, I thought maybe it was a little flimsy. It was a little too small, but it's actually perfectly scaled to a minifigure. I love the sand green. The Colonel minifigure is especially so cool because it's the first time we've ever seen camo on a LEGO minifigure, because, we don't really see many militaristic LEGO themes. And so this is like the very rare time that happens. And then you also have a sword here, and just another weapon on the other hand. This is so cool. Unfortunately, you don't get the giant gun that you see in the movie, which I would have liked, but I understand why LEGO probably left that out. But there is a lot of posability with the legs. You can really create whatever you want. It's almost the exact same amount of posability that the real mech has from the Avatar movie. It's incredible how much detail is in such a small vehicle. And same goes with the animal here. A molded face piece here that looks really good. Neytiri looks great riding the animal, and I like the color scheme of dark blue and black. I think that looks very accurate to what you see in the movie. The Neytiri minifigure itself is really great. And then I really like the plant life in this set too, especially like these, I don't know what this is supposed to represent, but like big tubular plants with like, an inside to it. Like it's really well thought out. A lot of really nice color going on here. And throughout a lot of LEGO Avatar sets, there are these glow-in-the-dark plant pieces that are, I believe, are exclusive to this set as of right now. So that's also a nice little extra perk as well. After that, we have the Banshee flight. Oh man, this thing looks so good. Holy cow. I was not expecting this set to look good because on the box you just see the two Banshees, but you don't realize you get a really well integrated display stand. It's again more like floating mountain-esque type of things going on here. And there's this transparent blue beam that is in this set. Now, these beams pop up a lot through the Avatar sets. This is the only set I think that comes in transparent blue. The rest come in clear. Those beams are so useful. I could see those being useful in Star Wars MOCs if you want to have a ship fly. That's going to be a useful piece, but it is so cool to see that they made it trans blue in this set. And they integrated into a waterfall, and it looks so good. It's very, very well executed. Again, I'm so impressed. You can take the Banshees off the stand and literally fly them around. These are so cool, and it's a great entry point. I think $60 is fairly reasonable. I have heard that these sets are going on sale, so if you can get them less than retail, I'd say they're definitely a steal. I feel like all of these sets are very reasonably priced for what you're getting for a LEGO set. And lastly, we have the Tree of Souls. This is just a jam-packed set with a beautiful scenic item in the middle, the giant tree that has purple and pink, lavender, some like glow-in-the-dark-esque looking pieces on the bottom. It just looks so good. It looks so alien, and yet it looks so familiar to anybody who knows what a weeping willow tree is. It has kind of that vibe going for it. It looks so good. Just well done, very well executed. And then there's this. I have a blast flying Jake around on this giant animal. Oh my God, like look at this. This is just massive. I know Ninjago has stuff like this, but it's so cool. I don't know. And it's very accurate. I was looking back at the Avatar movie and I was really shocked by how the molded piece looks, by just like the normal details. Like they did the coloring just perfect on this. The black, the orange, the reds. And when you don't want to have Jake flying around, you can put it down on the display stand and wow, does it look so good. Like it really is a fantastic LEGO set. And I really do think it is one of the best sets of 2022, hence why it was on my top 10 list. But I don't really see a problem with any of these LEGO Avatar sets. I feel like every single one of these has value in what you're getting out of them, whether it's minifigures. Honestly, in terms of the sets themselves, all of them are great sets. They're great builds. And what really caught me off guard is that every single one of these LEGO Avatar sets have multiple instruction booklets so that you can build with multiple people, whether it's multiple family members, maybe your brother or sister, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever it might be. It is so cool that LEGO is giving you that option where if you want to build with multiple people, that is actually an option. Personally, I am so mixed in telling you guys what the best LEGO Avatar set is here on the table. I mean, if you have just $45, this is a great set. If you have $60, this is also a great set. But if you're willing to go to $100, $150, these two here on each side of the table are absolutely incredible. Especially the helicopter floating mountains set. This is just so much better than I was expecting, man. Like, there's a lot of playability. It's absolutely fun to swoosh around the helicopter, but at the same time, it's so fun to swoosh around Jake on his Banshee here. So I don't know, like all of them have something unique about them. They all look so good. Like I said, if you are willing to collect all of them, it's incredibly cool that they all connect to each other. I'll be very interested to see if that's a feature in the Way of the Water LEGO Avatar sets that are coming out in January 2023, whether those sets can kind of connect together. I'll be very interested to see that. So we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe I'll make a follow-up video on those LEGO Avatar sets when they get released. Let me know down in the comments below, guys, if you want that to happen. I feel like the LEGO Avatar sets fill a big gap for a lot of fans. A lot of fans get outpriced by the $200 plus LEGO sets out there, and they feel like they're losing out on the fun display purposes, you know, maybe really cool minifigures, whatever it might be when you get into this hierarchy of expensive LEGO sets. But I don't really feel like any of these LEGO Avatar sets compromise anywhere, and I feel like they are very appealing to anybody of my age, or heck, you could be a teenager, you could be a kid and enjoy these, you could be an adult, it doesn't matter. Like, these just work in a variety of ways. They all have playability, they all have display ability, and man, they're just fun sets. So I highly recommend any of these. Well, that's going to be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I do want to thank again Yaha Studio for sponsoring the video. Hope you guys have a great, wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.